Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery, is directed by Rian Johnson and is the sequel to 2019's Knives Out. Once again, Daniel Craig stars as Benoit Blanc, but we got a whole new supporting cast this time around, including Janelle Monáe, Kate Hudson, Dave Bautista, Edward Norton, among many others. This mystery is about tech billionaire Miles Braun and his friends who are invited to a getaway on his private Greek island, but when somebody turns up dead, Detective Benoit Blanc is put on the case. Hey guys, this is Ben from iCrave Network with another TIFF 2022 movie review. Before I begin this review, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell notification icon so you don't miss any of our videos here on iCrave Network, and leave a comment down below letting me know how excited you are for Knives Out 2. Alright, so like I said, I got a chance to see Glass Onion this year at the Toronto International Film Festival, and it was honestly one of my most anticipated of the fest. I'm a huge fan of that first film. It's honestly one of my favorite movies of the past couple of years. I just loved it. I thought it was a perfect whodunit, one of the best murder mystery films ever put to screen. So this film had a lot to live up to, and I thought it was great. Glass Onion is a ton of fun and a worthy successor to Knives Out. So my favorite thing about this installment is just how different and how fresh it feels from that first film. It stays true to what that first film was and what made it work so well, while not feeling like a retread or like it's trying to capture the magic of that film. It's completely standalone. You could watch this film without having seen the first and you'd be fine. Obviously, we have a completely new cast this time around, all of which are fantastic. They have very different personalities and dynamics with each other in comparison to the cast from the first film, but that's great. While in the first Knives Out film, it centers around this one tight-knit family, this time around we have a bunch of different wealthy business people, and it's a very different dynamic, a very different vibe. We're also in a very different setting this time around. Instead of like a cozy fall home, we got a big modern mansion on this private island, and it takes place during the summer. So again, switching things up from the first, allowing it to feel just as fresh and original. The story is also fresh this time around. There are all of the twists and turns that you would expect, but once again, Rian Johnson finds a way to subvert our expectations. It's honestly just as clever and just as twisty as that first film, if you know what I mean. Daniel Craig remains as the standout in the cast this time around. I think I actually grew to like his character even more in this one. The other standout to me was Janelle Monáe. She is given a lot to do, especially in the second half of this film, and she really steals every scene that she's in. As for the rest of the cast, they're all solid, but I don't really think any of them stand out as much. They serve their roles well enough, but people like Catherine Hahn, Leslie Odom Jr., and Jessica Henwick felt somewhat underused and were kind of throwaway characters in my opinion. I think there was a lot more they could have done with some of these characters to give them more of a chance to shine. The technical elements are also on point, as you would expect. Fantastic direction, cinematography. I really like the score, and the production design is really fantastic here. They did a lot of work crafting this mansion and the environment on this private island, and it just looks fantastic. As for the negatives of this movie, I would say that it definitely takes a little bit to get going. The first act here felt a little clunky and oddly paced. I wasn't really sure where the story was going, and it took a little while for this cast to start to click with one another and for me to really get into this story. That being said, there is a moment in this film where everything changes. Everything is kind of flipped on its head, and from that point on, it is just non-stop entertaining payoff. It was super fun to watch. I was just having a blast, and it kind of puts everything that you've seen into a different light, but that doesn't mean that the first act didn't drag a bit. One more thing that I didn't really love is the inclusion of some more modern elements. For example, this film takes place during COVID. There is an Among Us reference. Dave Bautista plays a Twitch streamer. There's something inherently cheesy about modern references in movies to me. It takes me out of the film a little bit, and it kind of makes it feel instantly dated. Luckily, there's not a lot of that in this movie, But yeah, it took me out of the film at times. But overall, Glass Onion is another incredibly entertaining whodunit with an exciting new mystery to unfold. While it doesn't quite reach the high heights of the first, it's a worthy successor that is sure to satisfy fans of the franchise. And with that, I'm going to give Glass Onion an 8 out of 10. I love this franchise. I love that we can get a new, well-crafted murder mystery with these stacked casts every couple of years. And I hope that there are many more Benoit Blanc mysteries to come, because I would watch them forever. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you don't miss any of our uploads here on the channel. Be on the lookout for more TIFF 2022 reviews coming soon, and I will see you in the next video. See ya.